We all know about the tax bills that were signed into law by the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on June 26, 2025, which is to take effect on January 1, 2026. So there has been many misconceptions and misconceptions about this tax reform, and clearly the majority of the population are not fully educated on the tax system. Here's the list of all the taxes that have been paid: pay as you earn, corporate income tax, capital gains tax, petroleum profit tax, value added tax, export tax, customs duty, excise duties, stamp duties. The main reasons for the reform are: Nigeria has a very low tax to GDP ratio. Nigeria being a country of population of about 220 million people, and only around 10 million adults are active taxpayers. Estimates even suggest that Nigeria only collects 30% out of the taxes it thought to collect based on its economic activity. Nigeria depends heavily on oil. We all know that right from time, main government revenue, main federal revenue has been coming from oil sales, not taxes. So whenever there's price drop or there's disruption in the production, government struggles to pay salaries and fund services. So the reform aims to shift the dependence on oil and ensure a stable tax revenue. Then there are also issues as fragmented system, overlapping agencies, too many exemptions, weak compliance, uneducated economy that doesn't file taxes. Majority of the population are informal. They don't know about the taxes, they don't know about the rights, they don't know about the obligations. So the reform is aiming to make tax filing easier. Now, the tax system and what has changed. For individuals, there is no tax for low income earners, minimum wage earners. That is, if you earn 800k per year, or you are among the minimum wage earners, those earning 70k per month, you are tax free. So military personnel are also tax free. Employee of startups, recipient of compensation for loss of employment or injuries are also tax exempt. Pensioners are also not paying tax. So people in this category are not paying taxes. Now, for those earning higher incomes, there is a progressive tax system. That is, the higher your income, the higher your tax. There are also deductions and reliefs, something like interest on loans, rent relief, and so on. If you are in this category, do well to check other reliefs and deductions you can have on your taxable income. But both those that are paying taxes and those that are not paying taxes will feel the effect of the 5% fuel tax on petrol and diesel. That is, this 5% fuel tax will affect the cost of goods and transport. So definitely, inevitably, you will feel the effect whether you are paying taxes or not. Goods will be more expensive, transport will cost more, and generally there will be inflation. Now, for business, for companies, there is no tax for small businesses. Small businesses that yield annual gross turnover of less than or equal to 100 million naira, and also possess a fixed asset of not more than 250 million naira are tax free. That means if your business falls into this category, you are not yielding more than 100 million naira as gross turnover, you are tax free, you are tax exempt. But businesses that yield annual turnover more than 25 million naira will charge and remit value added tax. That means if your business is yielding more than 25 million naira, you charge and remit value added tax to the NRS. So big companies, 30% corporate income tax, 30% capital gain tax, 4% development levy, 7.5% value added tax. What we should do as from January 2026. As an income earner, you need to get a tax ID. Now, for individuals, your NIN is also your tax identification number. You need to file income tax returns annually with relevant tax authority, including a completed self-assessment form and supporting documents like the pay slips and bank statements. The filing deadline for employed individuals is January March 31. That's 90 days from the end of the tax year. Most importantly, stay informed, stay updated. Don't let any official come and harass you. You have rights, and these rights you can only know them if you search about them, if you read about them. So please stay informed, seek information. Okay, for business owners, register with Nigeria Revenue Service. You get your after getting your CAC certificate, you get your TIN, that's tax identification number. You keep receipts. Now this reform wants all businesses. You are obligated to keep receipts and digital invoices. That is, small businesses and big businesses need to learn more about basic accounting and about all these digital invoices. And this is the main issue. Most people are not educated. Doctors of knowing about these digital invoices and consult professionals, stay educated. That's the main thing. Consult professionals, stay educated. This is the time, all these tax officials, this is the time they will come out and harass businesses, say you are not paying tax income, and try to, those that are uneducated will fall victim for this. If you trade internationally, foreign earnings will be tracked more carefully. Before you this category, make sure you get advice and seek professional advice. Now, the main things I want you to know. Bank alert is not taxable. Not all inflows are taxable. They will be assessed, and then you object. You know your reliefs. You ask for reliefs, and then everything is a process in the system. They can't just deduct money from your bank account. That's what I want you to know. So bank alert is not taxable. Only income is taxable. Only income. It's only after they are verified. Registration does not mean automatic tax. No, it only puts you on the record. Registration helps them know whether you fall other small business or big business, whether you are taxable or you are not. So registration only puts you on their record. It does not mean immediately you register, you start collecting money from you. No. Income must be identified. Reliefs must be applied. Assessment must be issued. You must be notified. So no assessment, no legal tax. Government will not just deduct money from your bank accounts. No. Now, no law mandates tax style narration. All the put description, money for Gary, money for Maggie. No. Whether you write story and money is for your income. Government will still check, will still verify, they will still confirm whether it is true or not. What the narration don't override facts in law. So the higher your income, the higher your tax. So please know this. Now, all this in theory is great, is okay, but in reality, the real danger is bad enforcement. Before I round up, Nigeria does not have choices. All these tax and all are meant for a country that the citizens actually believe the government. Enforcement abuse, number 2. Like I'm talking about reality, what can actually happen. enforcement abuse, no visible return. Education and awareness is missing. Education and awareness is missing. Now, the inevitable inflation. Even without this new tax system, inflation won't find us. Yeah. Now, business anxiety. Even before this new tax systems, businesses have been, harassed, extorted, disturbed for tax. Yeah, I remember my mom shop, they come there for no formal reason, to just collect levies. You don't know where it's going to, and that's bad. If the government wants to fix the tax system, we should fix it from the roots. Education and awareness, followed by trust, build trust, and then work on the enforcement and make sure there is visible return. That's it. The reason why people are going to other countries, because even with their massive taxes and all that, because they are able to produce. Yes, there's productivity in those countries. In a country that there's electricity, you can work whether you are doing any online business or that, whether you own a company that's using electricity, you can work and can produce massively and gain. But here, you have a company, you pay all these taxes, and yet you will not have electricity to power that company. Sense dey there. So I don't know. I don't know better. I don't know much. It's just that I took my time to check. Usually I round up. There are a lot that are being omitted or missing. Yeah, I'm not a tax professional. If you need any more information, go online. Do it to step out of your comfort zone and know more about your tax system, the category you fall to, and your reliefs, your rights, your duties, your obligations, your benefits. You see, all these reforms are for the best, but it's still the route that can ruin everything. But I hope the government is doing this for the better, not for the worse. And I hope